Hello everyone. In recent years, many strange, amazing and incomprehensible phones have appeared. Some of them are just weird, and some are ugly, which you can't look at without tears. But they had one thing in common: despite their outlandish design, they somehow got into stores, and then into the hands of customers. Today we will tell and show just some of the strangest, outlandish phones that we have seen over the past few decades. If you know about the existence of other devices that looked strange, be sure to write about it in the comments. Well, we'll get started. Enjoy your viewing. The Samsung P300 was a very strange phone, resembling a calculator. It was an interesting design move by a company that had created some pretty good-looking phones before him, but he certainly stood out from the crowd. Of course, it cannot be called scary, but it is definitely unusual and strange. It seems to us that the phone has overtaken its time. In 2006, few people were ready for such a design, so the phone disappeared from sale very quickly. As they would say nowadays, this phone has become a collaboration of two well-known companies, Bang & Olufsen and Samsung. The phone cost fabulous money, more than $2,000, which is quite expensive even by today's standards. In 2007, Bang & Olufsen and Samsung joined forces to create the Serenata phone. A phone in which the main focus was on a music player with a retractable speaker. It had a rather strange appearance and remained a very strange accessory, with extremely small sales. Before the Serenata model, there was another phone from B&O equipped with an iPod-style scroll wheel. It was designed specifically to compete with other high-end phones widely available on the market. The Serenade had an attractive design that included an electric hinge for easy opening, an iPod-style scroll wheel and a bright display. But apart from the bright design and unusual design, the phone could not offer anything to its owners, so it was not very popular. In 2009, the C91 Golden Buddha phone appeared. This phone, made in the form of a shell, had a luxurious gold design with Buddhist accents, in the center of which were the symbols of divinity and spirituality. Despite the strange appearance, the phone turned out to be not so bad on paper. It had a 2-inch screen, a 1.3 megapixel camera, dual SIM card support and more, but for some reason it didn't take off. We can't even imagine why this could happen. The Haier P7 is an extravagant pen-style phone released in 2004. It had a small and thin screen with a resolution of only 64 by 128 pixels, a 0.3 megapixel camera and a fancy design. At the same time, the phone could work from one charge to 6 days. The company advertised this phone as very convenient for placing in a pocket, but tried to keep silent about the fact that it was inconvenient to use it. The LG G Flex is a really interesting phone with an ergonomic shape designed to set it apart from hundreds of similar devices. At that time, it may have seemed to people too big, too expensive and too strange to become popular. That's what happened in the end. It seems to us that this phone just appeared too early and was ahead of its time. Now it would not seem strange to anyone, and its dimensions would be called compact. The phone was called Lobster because it looked like a lobster claw, had a DAB tuner and allowed you to watch TV on a tiny screen. In 2006, the Virgin Mobile Lobster was one of the many TV phones that began to appear at a time when it seemed to us that watching TV on a handheld device screen was cool. The Lobster was equipped with a DAB digital tuner and allowed you to watch live television on the road. Alas, the phone turned out to be extremely unpopular and was quickly discontinued. Before the advent of Windows Phone, Microsoft released the Kin phone. It was a big failure. In fact, it was sold for only a few weeks, after which it was discontinued. Microsoft Kin turned out to be a bit of a loser. Its launch was delayed due to problems with the operating system, there were problems with the price, and when it finally came out, it was immediately sidelined due to the release of Windows Phone 7. The device turned out to be stillborn and useless to anyone. Motorola believed that being square was fashionable. The flip-out model was equipped with a rotary keyboard, but no one could understand why it was needed, so the model did not last long. The Motorola Flip-Out is a small phone with a square design and a flip screen, hence the name. A full-fledged QWERTY keyboard and an unusual rotary mechanism were the highlights of this phone. It was a strange phone and few people understood it. A great phone that got a rainbow design so that you would definitely be noticed when you took it out of your pocket in the mid-90s. One of the oldest phones on our list. In its classic design, it is an iconic model that many respect and honor. But this colorful version of the legendary flip phone from Motorola, which was released as part of the StarTAC line, was not elegant at all. It seems that the company itself did not understand the target audience of this version, as the phone disappeared from sale very quickly. So, you have seen 10 amazing and strange phones. I promise that there will be a sequel with some interesting models that will surprise you too. If you liked the video, please like it, write comments, and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss the new video.